Hey guys, this is Jordan. I'm outside of a bulletproof coffee shop here in LA, and you might be wondering, what are you doing there? Well, let me tell you about how I got here. I just watched Chris's video, and he had alluded to somebody that had to make some, or that he had challenged to make some health changes, and that was me. I'm a little bit humbled to say that, and some of you guys have noticed that I've been a little bit fanatical about that I've lost some weight and everything, and it was all through some challenges that he made to me, and that I ran with because I realized it was changing me in ways and helping me with pain issues that I dealt with, and that was awesome. And I'm thankful to him for doing that. But that's not why I'm here today. Some of you guys might be thinking, "Oh, you're super fanatical about this thing," um, and people have asked me, like, "Are you still fanatical about God?" Absolutely, absolutely. I'm more fanatical about that than this. This has just been kind of a recent journey, but it's taught me something. I came down to LA to come to a conference and help some people out, and to serve some people and to learn from some people that are further along in this health journey than I am. And so I had the opportunity, and I came down here. I spent about a day driving to get here, and now I'm just kind of chilling out before I get to go to this conference and get trained and help some people out in some new ways that I've never had to do. But last night, just kind of, it was really just circumstance that happened. It was I got to go to the opening of a Bulletproof Labs, which is it's a health place where they test you in certain ways. And so I got to play with some cool toys that are just worth a lot more money than I'm ever going to spend on things. And I met this couple from Norway, and they really got me to thinking about this topic, this idea that I'm going to bring to you today. And that is that they said that when we made health changes, we noticed that it changed us in our minds, it changed us spiritually, not just physically. And that's awesome. Now, these are people who, as far as I know, are not Jesus followers, but that's okay. I was able to learn something from them in that moment. And it was something that I knew is that when you change the spiritual, you affect the physical. When you change the physical, you affect the spiritual, you affect your soul. All those things have to move. And it was kind of profound that she brought this to me, because I knew that the next morning I was going to get up and do some thinking about what to bring to you guys today on this topic of discipline. And Chris and I were talking about this, and I was immediately reminded of Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 9. He references an athlete and how they discipline their bodies to win an earthly prize. But he doesn't just say that they discipline their bodies. He says they discipline themselves in all areas. And that's to me, it's just a little tiny nugget of information that we need to pay attention to. They discipline them in all areas. That means that these athletes aren't just affecting their bodies. They're affecting their minds. They're affecting their souls, their spirit. And these three things, this body, mind, spirit, are all happening at one time. And they all affect each other. And so I want to challenge you guys today. What are you doing to discipline yourselves spiritually? And this is a challenge that I'm going to take. I'm going to start tomorrow. I know this video is not going to come out right away, but I'm going to start tomorrow and start with you guys. And I want to hear if you're going to do it. So you can comment on this video or whatever, share it with other people, share with each other. You can come tell me, tell Chris that you're doing this. But here's what I want to challenge you to do for the next 7 to 10 days. Because Chris came to me and he said, "Hey, try butter in your coffee, see if it changes your life." And it did. If it doesn't, he said, if it doesn't change your life, don't do it. But it did, and so it was something that I was able to put into the discipline of my life. So here's what I want to challenge you to do for the next 7 to 10 days and see what happens. If it doesn't work, then do something else. But if it does change you in a profound way, continue to do it and let others know. And that is this: for the next 7 to 10 days, I want you to set your alarm earlier. So you're going to need probably an extra 30 minutes, which means you might have to be thinking about going to bed a little bit earlier. I know we all have a lot to do. We have all those TV shows to catch up on. Go to bed a little bit earlier if you can't do this without doing it. Set your alarm a little bit earlier, probably 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. And then spend, when you get up, 10 to 15 minutes in prayer. So not just prayer like I'm going to pray for these things and whatever. I want you to spend some time in meditative prayer, thinking about who God is, who you are to him, who he wants you to be, and see if there's anything that he might be leading you to do for that day. And then spend 5 to 10 minutes in the Word. Who are we to say that we're Christ followers if we're not in the Word? Spend 5 to 10 minutes. And maybe you're reading through a Bible plan. That's great. Maybe you're just going to read through like a proverb or a psalm or something like that, that's totally fine. And these are all just arbitrary numbers. Whatever numbers work for you, do this. Now here's the fourth and final one that's going to be really hard, and especially for me as a nerd, it's going to be hard. Is to set your phone to airplane mode. Set it to airplane mode the night before. It's better for your health anyway. Go look it up, whatever. Set it to airplane mode and do not turn it back on until you do these things in the morning. So I'm going to be doing this starting tomorrow. I'm excited to hear from you guys how you implement this into your life, and to hear if it changes some things. I have a sneaking suspicion that this would change some things, because this is, getting up and doing this is something that I struggle with too. I'm not necessarily a morning person, but what I want us to do as men and women, if you're kind of sneaking in on this video too, is to start our day off strong so that we can end our day strong. Would you guys do that with me? All right, I gotta go now, guys.